Hey everybody, Aaron Thornton back from Real Men Train, and I have two quick tips for you on how to maximize the most important factor in gaining muscle. So, there are three things that we know scientifically cause a muscle to grow bigger, and they are tension, which we're going to talk about, muscle damage, and metabolic stress. So tension we're going to spend most of our time on. Muscle damage is simply the damage done to the muscle. That's usually what probably makes you sore the next day, the little micro tears and everything. And then metabolic stress is everything that happens that makes you get out of breath, makes your muscles burn, the accumulation of waste products and things like that in the muscle caused by contracting, tension, all of those other things. So we're going to talk about how to maximize tension, and this will actually help affect all three in a positive way. So usually whenever you see people in the gym, they're one of two camps. You have maximum intensity people, and then you have long duration people. Generally speaking, these are, okay, men need to lift heavy stuff and women need to lift light weights for a long period of time. Both of which are true in certain contexts, but generally speaking, if you're wanting a firm toned muscular physique or just a nice firm full toned physique for women, they're both wrong. If you're wanting to gain muscle, what you have to do is, oh, by the way, this is tension here, and here we have time, which is the most important factor. So generally speaking, if you want to gain muscle, do you have to go high on the tension scale? Yes. You also have to go long on the time scale. This is relative tension. So this isn't necessarily like, okay, this is like, okay, 50% there, 100% there. So if you want to gain muscle, where you want to be is out here. Relatively high amounts of tension for a longer period of time. And here's why. The amount of tension that you get is not just a matter of relative tension, but it's a matter of tension and time together. The more tension you can hold on to longer, the more muscle you'll gain. So it's not necessarily one or the other. This is how much muscle building stimulus there is, or this. You'll see actually these two have, relatively speaking, about the same amount of muscle stimulus. This has the most muscle stimulus of the three. That's why tension and time must be both factored in order to gain muscle. So that basically means you need to figure out how to hold more tension on your muscles longer. Sometimes this means you do have to back the weights down a little bit. That's okay, because you'll get this effect as opposed to this effect, because heavy weights you can only handle for so long. Learning how to handle heavy but lighter weights longer is what's going to help you build muscle. So there are two simple things you can do that. One is learn to control the weight through the full range of motion. Whenever you lower the bar, you lower it under control. You press it under control. There's never a moment when that weight is in your hands that it's not under control. You see a lot of people that they're doing bench press and they almost drop the bar on themselves and catch it at the bottom. Bad. No tension here. And then risk of injury at the bottom. So control it through the full range of motion. And then number two, is slow negatives. So generally speaking, what this means is as the weight is lowered towards the ground, you control it for a longer period of time. The idea of resisting the weight as gravity pulls it back down. So if you're doing a bench press again, you can go fast up, but control it and then push it back up. So it's under control the whole time, and you're purposefully taking longer as the weight goes back down to the ground. If you do that, you'll add 10 to 20 seconds to every single set that you do, you'll get a much bigger muscle building stimulus, and you'll positively affect all three of the things that we know for a fact make muscles grow bigger. Do that and you'll grow bigger. I'll see you next week.